Theory of teams and team dynamics. A team can be defined as a group of people working together towards a common goal. Teams serve the following purpose: improve on-time delivery results, improve relations with customers, facilitate innovation in products and services, reduce costs and improve efficiency. Teams consist of a small number of identifiable employees who are held accountable for performing tasks that contribute to achieving an organization's goals. Team building refers to the various activities undertaken to motivate the team members and increase the overall performance of the team. A team is a group of people working towards a common goal and is, therefore, a management issue. Types of team. 1. Project teams. Project teams are groups of employees who work collectively toward shared goals. This type of team allows you to structure work in a specific, measurable, and time-constrained way. You can assign clear roles, responsibilities, and deadlines. 2. Functional teams. These teams are permanent and always include members of the same department with different responsibilities. 3. Cross-functional teams. Cross-functional teams are made up of members from various departments. These teams tackle specific tasks that require different inputs and expertise. 4. Matrix teams. These teams are characterized by a two-boss system, where an individual report to a different manager for various aspects of his work. 5. Virtual teams. Virtual teams are made up of people who work in different physical locations and who rely heavily on collaboration tools to get things done together. Team dynamics. When assembling a team, it is very important to consider the overall dynamic of the team. According to Frank Fausto, when building a team, 5 dynamics are fundamental to team success. 1. The team member. Successful teams are made up of a collection of effective individuals. 2. Team relationships. For a team to be successful, the members of the team must be able to give and receive feedback. 3. Team problem solving. An effective team depends on how focused and clear the goal of the team is. 4. Team leadership. Effective team leadership depends on leadership competencies. 5. Organizational environment. The climate and culture of the organization must be conducive to team behavior. Strategies for improving team dynamics. The following are approaches to improve group dynamics. 1. Know your team. As a leader, you need to guide the development of your group. So, start by learning about the stages that a group goes through as it develops. When you understand these, you'll be able to preempt problems that could arise, including issues with poor group dynamics. 2. Tackle problems quickly. If you notice that one member of your team has adopted behavior that's affecting the group unhelpfully, act quickly to challenge it. Provide feedback that shows your team member the impact of her actions, and encourage her to reflect on how she can change her behavior. 3. Define roles and responsibilities. Teams that lack focus or direction can quickly develop poor dynamics, as people struggle to understand their role in the group. 4. Break down barriers. Use team building exercises to help everyone get to know one another, particularly when new members join the group. These exercises ease new colleagues into the group gently, and also help to combat the black sheep effect, which happens when group members turn against people they consider different. 5. Focus on communication. Open communication is central to good team dynamics, so make sure that everyone is communicating clearly. Include all of the forms of communication that your group uses: emails, meetings, and shared documents, for example, to avoid any ambiguity. 6. Pay attention. Watch out for the warning signs of poor group dynamics. Pay particular attention to frequent unanimous decisions, as these can be a sign of groupthink, bullying, or free riding. If there are frequent unanimous decisions in your group, consider exploring new ways to encourage people to discuss their views, or to share them anonymously. The stages of team formation. Stage 1. Forming. In the forming stage, individuals are selected to form a team and members initially meet or get acquainted with each other. Stage 2. Storming. The storming stage is probably the most challenging phase that a team may experience. Stage 3. Norming. The norming stage is focused on setting ground rules and unified team goals. Stage 4. Performing. A collaborative and mutual environment is evident in the last stage of team formation. Team leader. As a team leader, you will have first-line responsibility for people within your organization. Many of you will not only be responsible for leading your team but also be involved in day-to-day operations, so you are not only involved in managing the team but also in making the product or delivering the service. Your role as a team leader means that you are part of the management team, and so there are many managerial aspects to your job. You are at the front line of management, and have a major responsibility for seeing that work is done by others. Team leaders are involved in supervisory management. You are the link between more senior managers and the operatives that work in the organization. You will probably have noticed that there are fewer layers of management in organizations these days. As this process of reducing the number of management levels has taken place, the team leader has taken on more responsibility. As a team leader, you are concerned with making sure the work is done. Your manager will give you the information you need about what you have to achieve, and your job is to get the team organized to produce the work. Setting objectives. You need to obtain clear objectives from your line manager. If your team is to perform well, you will need to agree and set objectives with your work team. Planning. Objectives are where we want to get to, plans are the means of getting there. Plans show how you are going to turn the objectives into reality. Planning will help to ensure that the organizational and team objectives are achieved. Organizing and coordinating. Objectives are where we want to get to, plans are the means of getting there. Plans show how you are going to turn the objectives into reality. Planning will help to ensure that the organizational and team objectives are achieved. Motivating. The best plans, organization and coordination will not achieve the best results without a motivated team. It is part of the team leader's role to ensure that their team is motivated at work. You need to ensure that members of your team are given opportunities to obtain job satisfaction whilst they are at work. Communicating. Keeping in touch with everything, keeping everybody informed about what is happening, listening to your team and consulting with your team. Monitoring and controlling. When the objectives are clear, plans have been made for the achievement of the objectives, the work is organized and coordinated, the team leader must continue to be vigilant. Evaluating. Evaluating is about appraising performance and assessing how you and your team are doing. Training and developing your team. Charismatic power. This power stems from the personal magnetism that attracts people to them. Legitimate power. This type of power is based on the position that the person has in the organization. Legitimate power is based on authority. Expert power. This is based on the specialized knowledge that is possessed by the individual. Reward power. This type of power is based on the ability that the leader has to obtain rewards for those who comply with directives, for example, pay, promotion, praise and recognition. Coercive power. This is based on fear and the subordinate feeling that the leader has the ability to punish people who do not comply. Key characteristics of a high-performing team. Sense of purpose. Individuals with a sense of purpose have clearly defined their mission and goals since the beginning. These people have set their eyes on the priorities and are driven with a strong focus on results and solution. Open communication. One of the most important characteristics of a high-performing team is open communication. Members who are not afraid to express their ideas and thoughts, as well as listen to what others have to say, are indeed professionals. Trust and mutual respect. Respect and trust are two words that correlate with each other. In a professional setting, a leader and its followers do exist. As part of a team, both should learn how to trust and respect each other. Shared leadership. An effective leader asks for ideas and suggestions from their members. They value their team's insights and are not autocratic. This kind of leaders understands the key role of their members. Effective working procedures. Aside from being highly skilled, effective team leaders are also resourceful. They don't stop at good but rather aim for the best, every chance they get. They encourage creativity and find the most outstanding way to achieve their goal. Building on differences. Efficient leaders don't look at differences as drawbacks of an individual. Instead, they use it as a weapon to create alternatives and other approaches that may be useful in different situations. Flexibility and adaptability. A high-performing team consists of adaptable and agile individuals. Variables like a fast-paced working environment don't scare these kinds of people, for they can easily adjust to any given situation. Continuous learning. The hunger for discoveries and newly acquired knowledge is the last characteristic of a high-performing team. Their desire to learn everything that they can or what might help improve their craft is an essential matter.